ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ ಮಂಗಳೂರು.
ಬಾನುಲಿ ಶಾಲೆ ಬಾನತರಂಗದ ಶಾಲೆ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಶಾಲೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಗಂಗೆಯ ಶಾಲೆ.
ಬಾನುಲಿ ಶಾಲೆ ಎಸ್ಎಸ್ಎಲ್ಸಿ ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾ ಸಿದ್ಧತಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ. ಇಂದಿನ ವಿಷಯ ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಶಾಲೆಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಸಮಾಜ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಪಾಠದ 3ನೆಯ ಭಾಗ. ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವವರು ಸರಕಾರಿ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆ ಬಡಗಯೆಕ್ಕಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಸಮಾಜ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಚಿತ್ರಾಶ್ರೀ ಕೆಎಸ್.
Namaste to all enthusiastic radio program listeners. I'm Chitrashri KS, Assistant Teacher of Government High School Badagayekkar, Mangaluru North, Dakshina Kannada District. I warmly welcome you all to the third session of Social Science radio program, which is being held for SSLC learners who are going to attend their final exams in the month of March 2025. In this session, we are about to discuss the important topics of geography, sociology, and business studies of part 1. Let us begin with geography session. The first chapter of geography is India, geographical position and physical features. In this chapter, there are many important topics, especially 1, 2, and 3 mark questions on which students must focus, like list of neighboring countries of India, list of physical features of India, advantages or importance of Himalayas, the peninsular plateau, differences between eastern and western Ghats, differences between west coast and east coast are the important topics, which are very easy to learn, so students must learn this, which would be asked for 2 or 3 mark questions. Location of India in Asian continent and in northern hemisphere are also prominent points to be noted. Southern tip of mainland of India, southern and northern tips of India must be learnt. Extension of peninsular plateau, information about Sivalik range and northern plains are important. Students must pay attention to important latitudes and longitudes mentioned in this lesson. 82.5 degree east longitude would be asked as Central Meridian of India or Indian Standard Time. 23.5 degree north latitude, which passes through central part of India, could be asked as the Tropic of Cancer. NCT or National Capital Territory, Delhi is another important point to mark on the map. This lesson has 2 maps. On the second map, learners must observe the Konkan coast, Malabar coast, Coromandel coast and Utkal coast. It is important to know the points related to mountains and plains here. Concepts like dunes, Trans-Himalayas, highest peak of India, the most ancient part among the Indian physical features, islands of India must be glanced for 1 mark or MCQ questions. In the second chapter, that is India seasons, we may concentrate on important topics like seasons of India with their months. To remember the seasons, students may coordinate them with their academic career. Like the hottest season, summer, starts with exams in March and ends after summer holidays of April and May. Then, when school reopens in June, rainy season comes along and continues till September. With their midterm holidays in October, returning monsoon season begins and continues till November. In December, Christmas holidays must help the students remember the beginning of winter season, which continues till February. When March begins, again the summer season starts. Hope this would help in remembering the seasons in a stressless manner. Another important topic from this lesson is the factors which influence the climatic conditions of our country. Students have learnt these topics in 8th standard. They must apply the points to Indian climate like latitude, height from the sea level, distance from the sea, direction of the winds, mountain ranges, ocean currents, and monsoon winds are the most important points to be remembered here. We may expect understanding or application level MCQ or one mark questions from this lesson, like convectional rainfall occurs during returning monsoon period. Give reason. In India, temperature will be very high during summer season. Why? Or why North Indian plains experience more temperature in summer. Students must learn the names of convectional rainfall in different states. Which state does not get rainfall during southwest monsoon? Where does tropical cyclones frequently occur during returning monsoon? Places which have highest or lowest temperature, highest or lowest rainfall, highest cold, etc. are to be concentrated in this lesson. Another noteworthy question appears from the last paragraph of this lesson, that is, Indian agriculture is gambling with monsoon winds. Explain. Or this could also be asked as the southwest monsoons control the agriculture of India. Explain. Third chapter of geography is about the soils of India. In this lesson, learners must concentrate on topics like 6 types of soil, the formation, features, extension, etc. Here, learners must pay attention to special names for black soil like regur soil and black cotton soil. Why do we call it as black cotton soil is another important question to note. Next important question is, which is the largest area covered with red soil? The answer to be is Peninsular Plateau. Attention must be paid to which soil is suitable to grow which crop. Like black soil is for cotton, mountain soil for spices and fruits, laterite soil for plantation crops. Learners must try to learn important concepts like causes or reasons for soil erosion, effects of soil erosion, which could also be asked as soil erosion leads to many problems. Explain. Conservation of soil is another important topic to be remembered from this lesson. Learners can make a list of soils and their features, extension, crops grown on them. Referring this table daily would help them to remember everything about different soils. India, forest resources is the 4th chapter of geography. In this chapter, students must pay attention to topics like types of forests, characteristics, and distribution of different types of forests. If you learn details about different types of forests, you can also be able to answer questions related to differences between any 2 types of forests. At least 3 points on both sides must be written if the question is asked about this. Learners must learn answers for questions related to importance of forests, reasons for destruction of forests, and methods of forest conservation. Questions are expected from national parks and wildlife sanctuaries part in this lesson, because both of them have 6 points of information each. 5th lesson in geography is about water resources of India. Important topics of this lesson are water is an important natural resource. Explain. Or why water is considered as national property. The first paragraph of this lesson has the answer, so please help yourselves. Another important topic is types of irrigation. It's a very easy question to answer, so you all must learn this. Objectives of multi-purpose river valley projects is another important question. Questions may appear from multi-purpose river valley projects. So, listing out India's important multi-purpose river valley projects and to which rivers they are being constructed and what are the uses of them should be known to students. Questions may appear about the rivers which are called the sorrow of Bengal, the sorrow of Bihar, sorrow of Odisha, and reason for being called so. Learners must concentrate on different names of dams or multipurpose river valley projects. Like Tungabhadra River project in Vijayanagar is called as Pampasagara. In the same manner, the dams have different names. Those names should be known to the students because for map questions in the exams, the other name could be asked. Learners must make a list of such names and learn them. India's major hydroelectric project in different states is another important thing to be learned here. We must concentrate on Karnataka as we have already learned the same in 9th standard. Students can learn them easily. Questions about national power grid and rainwater harvesting are also very important. Meaning of rainwater harvesting and the methods of rainwater harvesting could be asked in the examination. Map questions may appear regarding the dams and the rivers. So, learning the multipurpose river valley projects and locating them on the rivers. After drawing the river, you have to locate the point. That's the way to point the dams. So, remember the way how you have to answer in the map question. Please learn all the rivers and all the multipurpose river valley projects with their another names if it is given in the text to answer accurately. Now let us discuss about sociology chapter of social science part first of 10th standard. Social stratification is the first chapter of sociology. In this chapter, meaning of social stratification is very important. Students must learn the statements of Pampa and Gandhiji, which could be asked for 1 mark or MCQ questions. Meaning of prejudice is also important. Questions about how untouchability is an inhuman practice of our society and the measures to eradicate untouchability are very important, which could be asked for 3 mark questions. Next chapter of sociology is about work and economic life. In this chapter, meaning of division of labor, how it leads to specialization and later to class system must be concentrated. Paid and unpaid work is the next important topic in which meaning and examples for paid and unpaid workers must be known. Nature of discrimination in labor could be asked. The reasons for unemployment and effects of unemployment must be concentrated. For each, students have to learn at least 6 points. Question could also appear about the remedies for unemployment. It could also be asked as suggestions to stop unemployment. Organized and unorganized workers is the next topic in which differences between organized and unorganized workers is an important question. Problems faced by unorganized laborers is another important topic from here. Examples for both organized and unorganized workers must be known to students. Now let us discuss about the chapter of business studies, that is bank transactions. Characteristics of banks, functions of banks, services offered by the banks, advantages of having a bank account are the most important questions from here, which are very similar in manner. So, it is better to make 6 common points from these answers for those who feel it is difficult to learn can have common points for these questions. Procedure to open a bank account is another important topic here, which could be asked as opening a bank account in India is an easy task, explain, or list out steps to open bank account. 4 types of bank accounts are there. They must be learnt with their features. and questions may appear as list out the differences between savings bank account and current account. Like this, they may ask differences between any two kinds of bank accounts. Thus, learning the details of bank accounts is very important, and also it will help the students to answer the questions if questions appear about special features of any bank account, and it would also help them to know who could open which type of account. Before starting my second session, I would like to give some suggestions to students which could help them in improving their marks in social science. The first thing is, you must make a separate map for each lesson in geography and locate the points or the places on that map which appears in that lesson, both in the textual explanation and on the map. So, it would help you to understand the lesson in a better manner and answer the map questions easily. The most important thing to note here is, once you make the maps, learn them daily by looking at them. This would help in memorizing them in a pictographic manner. As we have 5 points to be located this year, as map would be provided and students have 5 points for locating the places mentioned in the question paper, it is important to note that map questions could be answered with pictographic memory. The second important thing is, you have to concentrate on the text. Though you have many passing packages, question paper references, you have to refer the text if you have to have a good score. Because questions are always asked from the text. And the most important thing is, there are new questions in every question paper. If you would like to score 80 out of 80, then it is possible only with the study of textbook. Referring the previous question papers would help you to improve your scores, and those who find it difficult to study can refer the answer keys which are readily available on internet. So just type SSLC key answers. You will get a list of key answers. Find the key answer which is related to social science, take a printout and study it to know how you can answer better. You can refer the answer keys to answer in a better manner with small points to 3 and 4 mark questions, and it is important that you should study daily, because you have 33 chapters in social science and you have just 2 days gap in the final examination before social science begins. And only with your daily practice, you can confidently attend the examination. And while studying, help others. There is a concept of each one, teach one. Like someone in the class, if they are struggling to learn, and if you know the concept better, please try to explain them and please help them, so that they will also learn the answer and you will remember the answer forever. Whenever you have free time, ask 1 mark questions or MCQ questions to others, and try to remember long answers and suddenly change the questions to remember the answer, and try to know how quickly your mind responds. Try to make a list of important events, causes, effects and remedies for such questions, and this would help you if you prepare a chart of them and study them daily.
ಬಾನುಲಿ ಶಾಲೆ ಬಾನತರಂಗದ ಶಾಲೆ ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಶಾಲೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಗಂಗೆಯ ಶಾಲೆ.
ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ಬಾನುಲಿ ಶಾಲೆ SSLC ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಶಾಲೆಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಸಮಾಜ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಪಾಠದ 3ನೇ ಭಾಗ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ದವರು ಸರಕಾರಿ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆ ಬಡಗಯಕ್ಕಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಸಮಾಜ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಚಿತ್ರಾಶ್ರೀ ಕೆಎಸ್.
ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ ಗೆಳೆಯರೇ, ತಿಳಿಯೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ